Hey guys, Afflicto here, back with another video review. So, Allods Online is a free-to-play MMORPG developed by the Russian Astrum Nival. The level cap is set to 40 and the leveling goes very slow, but that's okay since there are over 1500 quests spread out into more than 20 different zones. There are 2 capital cities, 8 dungeons and 1 raid instance. Keep in mind that they most likely will add more dungeons and instances and raid instances in later patches, and this game came out about a month ago. Now if you've played a lot of free-to-play MMORPG titles or any other free-to-play game, you're probably tired of all these freaking click-to-move 10 spells at maximum level, poorly translated, ridiculously made UIs, 1990s graphic games, grindfest games made by the Koreans. Allods, however, is not one of those. Graphics. Everyone loves eye candy. Allods has great graphics, even better than WoW. WoW doesn't really have that good graphics, but in comparison to the most of the free-to-play games out there, this looks really nice. Now let's start off with the basic story and what's going on in Allods. There are 2 factions, the League and the Empire. The League looks somewhat good and the Empire is your sort of evil faction, which is great. I love games that have a good side and an evil side in terms of factions. Each side has 3 different races and they can of course be playable in 8 different classes, and from what I know the classes you play are a bit different depending on which race you're playing. Now let's quickly create a character here and enter the game. The character customization is just like any other game. It's not as in-depth as Age of Conan for example, but it's similar to that of World of Warcraft. Now as you can probably tell, we're in single player mode. I like MMORPGs who has single player in early levels, even though I like the starting area solution that World of Warcraft has and a number of other games. Having single player in the early levels opens up a whole lot more options to the developers, like complex quests that can't be done in multiplayer, at least not easily. All the races of the Empire start here in this zone. The other races of the League faction start in another zone. Now the interface is not the best I've seen, but it's good enough considering it's free, and the UI will probably improve in later patches, and also add-ons are implemented into the engine so that people can actually create custom UI add-ons and plugins. And and Curse.com will soon have a separate site on their Curse site, which will be of course allods.curse.com, where just like WoW Curse and all the other add-on pages will let users upload their add-ons and stuff like that. So yeah, then again, Allods has of course WASD movement system, as well as an optional click-to-move system that can be enabled through the interface options menus, but you're not going to use that, are you? The combat is not the best I've seen, but they could have been improved a little bit in my opinion. The way the spells and the abilities work are kind of hard to keep track of, but you know, I'm one of those guys who can't do shit without add-ons. I want things my way, customized to the max. However, the combat sounds are decent. The music is obviously not composed by Jason Hayes or Hans Zimmer, but it's decent. You can always turn on your favorite media player and play your own music. Just mute the music in game. Now there are also trade skills or professions, or even skills if you want to call them that. They are called professions in Allods. And there are 7 different ones. There are 3 gathering skills, and there are 4 crafting skills. The 3 gathering skills are disassembling, which is the art of breaking down armor into cloth and leather materials, and herbalism, which is the art of, you guessed it, gathering herbs. And finally mining, which is probably obvious as well. Then we have for crafting skills, and those are as follows: alchemy, blacksmithing, leatherworking, and tailoring. Which I guess probably all of those are really pretty much obvious. I'm not gonna go into that. Well, if you're looking for a new MMORPG, Allods might be the one for you. So go ahead and register a user account if you don't have one and download the game. The current download is at 2.7 gigs and I suggest downloading from Gamercell's servers. Thank you guys for watching, subscribe if you want more, and be sure to check out my website. I constantly update my website with new stuff. Thanks again, have a nice day.